Hey Tigers, welcome to episode 13 of TSC Talks here on Tiger Sports Central. My name is Jack Slayton, and I'm joined by
Javen Montgomery,
Torian Daniels,
Ethan Murphy.
Thank you guys so much for joining us once again for another episode of TSC Talks. In today's episode, we are going to recap all of the predictions that we made on our last episode on Friday. So if you haven't already, I encourage you to watch that video, then come back to this one. So we're going to get started. Bardstown defeated Washington County 48-7. So a big win for Bardstown. And Javen, talk to me about that game. And I heard something about Bardstown breaking a record or somebody on Bardstown?
Yeah, my little brother, Charlie Pointer. He broke the regular season reception record. He passed Baby Shannon, as y'all know, back a couple years, and Terrell Calbert. With the record he holding now is 51 receptions in a single season. But yeah, it was a great win for the seniors. Last home game of their career as a Bardstown Tiger. We move on to round one this week. We got Central of Louisville going into a hostile environment. And let's get this show on the road. New season, new team.
There you go. All right, moving on to college football. So this was one of the big wins, and I think it proved us all wrong. Oklahoma defeated Tennessee 33-27.
Yeah, I didn't think they could go into Tennessee, especially at night, blackout, and win. But, I mean, yeah, like you said, they proved all of us wrong.
Yeah, me.
We all had Oklahoma losing that game. So.
Yeah, I assume that these are two teams that constantly, especially in the recent times, have just not really lived up to expectation. I thought the Tennessee's home advantage, like you said, would be almost unbeatable. But, you know, that's the game. It's the SEC. It's crazy. It's unpredictable, and, you know, a lot of things happen. So, yeah.
Yep. I was rooting for Tennessee to maybe do something in the playoffs, but it sucks that their season got ended by Oklahoma. Next up, big win for 14th ranked Louisville, beating Virginia Tech 28-16. Javen, you seem happy about that one.
Yeah. I'm glad Louisville football is back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who we play this week, but we're gonna win this game. We're gonna make the playoffs, and we're going to the ACC championship.
Yeah, it was a good
Miami
win for
versus
Louisville. Oh, Miami, okay.
Yeah,
it was a good win for Louisville. Definitely in the grand scheme of things for them to get to the ACC tournament and win all that, but everybody expected them to win that. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only reason we really documented this game was just because of how good Louisville's been on this last couple of stretches of games. But I think that for Virginia Tech, I mean, that first half they showed up, but Louisville's defense showed really stout in the second half, and the offense did too. I mean, it was a great performance in the second half, and you know they're starting to really mold themselves as one of those teams to beat in the ACC.
Yeah, absolutely. I think all of us here are rooting for Louisville, so hopefully we'll see Louisville in the playoffs. Then last but not least, 20-ranked USC defeated Nebraska 21-17. And one thing to note on that, Nebraska star quarterback Dylan Raiola did suffer a season-ending injury. So that's the end of Nebraska's season, unfortunately. But how'd you guys feel about that game?
I feel like go ahead.
It was a tough loss for Nebraska. They lost the game and they lost their quarterback. So I don't think it's going to be a very productive season after that game.
Yeah, if their star quarterback didn't get hurt, I feel like they would have won the game. Going against a very tough defense, like USC's defensive line was just in the backfield every time. I feel like every time I watched the play.
Yeah, I mean, for Nebraska, it's a punch in the gut, but I think that with him gone, I think they've already clinched a bowl game. They got 6 wins, so they'll be there. It won't be a very good bowl game, maybe like the Cheez-It Bowl or the Weed Eater Bowl, something like that. But, I mean, for Nebraska, I think that the expectation has been so low the past couple of seasons. It's just kind of a matter of we made it to a bowl game, so I think they'll be happy enough. Definitely not that Raiola's gone, but because of the fact that they do make a bowl game for the second straight year, which I think is a first since maybe their dynasty in the 90s. So, you know, yeah, it's not great. But that's the biggest takeaway. USC, they're going to keep doing good. Just finish outside the playoffs. Nothing major there.
There you go. Now moving on to NFL. So starting off, this game made me really happy. I called it on Friday's episode. J.J. McCarthy went home and he destroyed the hometown Detroit Lions, 27-24. Big win for the Vikings. Maybe J.J. McCarthy is actually good. We all thought that he was really bad, or maybe he was just playing against a terrible Lions team. But we'll see. Torian?
Yeah, we definitely didn't get destroyed. I don't know if you saw that. It was actually the same margin of loss that the Green Bay Packers lost to this week. I don't know. We're not covering that game, but I just want to point that out there. We didn't get destroyed. And I've been saying J.J. McCarthy is going to be a good quarterback. Go blue. I've been saying that. We know where he went, so he's always going to be a good quarterback. But, I'd rather lose right now than lose in the playoffs. You know what I mean? So just lose now, and then we're going to win the Super Bowl.
Didn't the Packers lose to the Panthers, though?
Yeah, we did lose to the Panthers. That was a bad game all around. Lots of miscues from Green Bay, but I'm confident that Green Bay is going to bounce back. Big home game this week against the Eagles, Monday Night Football, but we'll save that discussion for Friday.
Yeah.
Ethan?
Y'all getting beat.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You all said, I think you all said enough. Minnesota's not terrible. I mean, they have a really good receiving core.
Thank you.
They're a team with a lot of talent. I mean, I think that, is it Brian Flores that runs the defense? I mean, he probably will be a head coach in this league in the not too far future. So, you could lose to worse. And the Panthers are good too, so that's not a jab at you. It's just kind of the matter of, the Vikings are good. I think a lot of people were just low on them. So, yeah.
There you go. All right, now moving on to a game that I think surprised a lot of people. The Steelers defeating the Colts 27-20, and the Colts were the 1 seed going into this, just like the Packers, they were the 1 seed. So both 1 seeds in the NFC and the AFC went down. But big win for the Steelers. How are you guys feeling?
Yeah, it was a good win for Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers, but I think we all know they're going to go 9-8 this season, so can't really look too much on it if I'm a Steelers fan.
Yeah, like you said, they're just going through the motion. This is every year. I mean, it was probably this time last year when Washington had a really good start. They beat them, and all of a sudden, the Steelers are back. But I think come December, it'll be the same thing it always is. Nothing new. And I think a lot of people think this time's different, and we're going to talk about how some people think this time is different later on, but I'm not fazed by this. Good teams lose. So a lot of good teams lose. That's what I'm going to say. So Pittsburgh got away with one, but season's far from over for Indianapolis.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do want to bring up something that we just saw right before we went on air. The Colts did just make a big splash in the trade. They traded 2 first-round picks for Jets cornerback Sauce Gardner. Do you guys think that's going to help or hurt their season?
I think it'll help them, but giving up 2 first-round picks for him, I don't think that was worth it. But he's good.
It's a horrible trade, I think. You got to think of it like this. Sauce Gardner hasn't been great since his rookie year. And so looking at it from the perspective, is he really worth 2 first-round picks? Isn't that almost the same as what you got Micah for?
Yep. If you take out Kenny Clark, then yep.
It's just kind of the fact that, I think the Colts are kind of overreacting to the fact that they've had a really good year. I think they know that maybe their window is now, but I think it's a little bit of an overreaction on the front office's perspective of going out there and making a splash by getting a cornerback that hasn't been living up to his expectations their past 2 seasons. So I'm not a fan of the trade, but, prove me wrong.
There you go. And then last but not least, the Kansas City Chiefs falling to the Buffalo Bills 28-21.
I mean, we all predicted that. Hopefully that knocks the Chiefs out of the playoffs, but I guess we'll see in the future.
Yeah, like I said earlier, we were talking about how some people think this year's different for the Steelers, and I think some people now think that this year's different for the Bills, and it's the same thing every year. People think that the Bills beat the Chiefs in the regular season, they're going to do it in the post. It's not going to happen. I think people need to stop overreacting a little bit. Kansas City will probably make the playoffs. They'll have a really good stretch to end the year, and they'll beat Buffalo in the playoffs if they meet them. So I'm not worried about this loss. So I'm not high on the Bills, as you can tell. They let me down too many times to put my faith into them again. So yeah.
There you go. Now, so we have officially reached the halfway point of the NFL season. So what we're going to do is we are going to give some halfway NFL midseason awards/superlatives. So what we'll do is I will call off an award, and then we will go from each panel person, and we will give who we think is that player. So we'll start off with Rookie of the Year. Who's your all's Rookie of the Year? Ethan, you want to start us off?
As you can tell by my desk, you probably know who I'm going to pick. Emeka Egbuka has been more than I thought. I hated the pick at the time. I thought that, you needed to address the secondary, and I still think you do. But he's lived up to the expectation of maybe taking that crown from Mike Evans. I think that he's surpassed everyone's expectations. I don't think anyone saw that he would be the best receiver in this class so far. So far, I do have to add that. But, he's really shown that he is a valuable player in this league, and he probably will be here for a while. So he's my Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I'm with Ethan on that one. He hasn't been as flashy these last couple weeks, but definitely early on in the season, that first half of the season, he was a really solid target there for Baker. He's going to bounce back. He's going to be great. I think he is injured right now.
He's playing through it though.
Yeah. So coming off with some injuries, but he'll bounce back, and he's my Rookie of the Year as well. Javen?
Travis Hunter. Nobody else in the league's played both sides of the ball each game. He's on injury right now, but I feel like once he comes back from injury, he's going to pick it up on both sides of the ball and just take over Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Ashton Genty, Rookie of the Year. Honestly, I just feel like Emeka Ibuka earlier in the season definitely had it, but he's just had a couple games that haven't been his best, which is still, he's a rookie, but
yeah.
And Ashton Genty, he's been on the come up right now, so I'd say right now I'd give it to him.
Michael Myers is back.
Moving on to Defensive Player of the Year, Ethan.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be a consensus, like maybe one or two people, but mine's Myles Garrett. He is few and far between the best defensive player this game's seen in probably the modern era. He's great. You have to practically triple team him to even have a chance of making him not get to your quarterback. And I think that a talent like that is wasting his potential in Cleveland. And it sucks that he's just there, but he deserves that award 9 out of 10 times so far this season.
Yeah, I'm not just trying to copy Ethan here, but I'm also with Myles Garrett. I think that 5-sack game really solidified it. 5 sacks, that's almost impressive as 5 interceptions in one game.
Yes.
And that's something that we've seen from Jared Goff once before. I just wanted to put that out there.
We won that game, but that's all right.
Okay. But Myles Garrett, 5 sacks, he's been a great piece for Cleveland. He had lots of off-season drama. He was like, I'm not coming back here. And then they gave him a bunch of money, and then he literally came back there. So I don't think he's going to stay in Cleveland for too long, but we'll see. But he's definitely been my Defensive Player of the Year.
I have Myles Garrett as well. Like Jack said, that 5-sack game was just unbelievable. Then he gets taken out. He got to request a trade soon.
Yeah, I think Myles Garrett across the board. He's looking too dominant right now. Nobody can really stop him except the Lions, of course. He didn't get a sack against us, but he's looking pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Offensive Player of the Year. Ethan?
My Offensive Player of the Year is Jonathan Taylor. I think through 9 weeks. I'm not too sure what the performance was against Pittsburgh, but no one really had a good game for the Colts. But besides that, I think that he has been great. He was so good that people were having him in MVP talks a couple weeks ago, for a couple weeks now. So, I think that he's lived up to the expectation he's had and exceeded it, because I don't think a lot of people had him doing what he's doing this season. And if he can keep the streak up, he can very well be like a CMC from a couple years ago. Maybe not to a Saquon Barkley last year, because that was a crazy year from him. But, the seeds are planted for Jonathan Taylor to get Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to go with Daniel Jones. I think Daniel Jones, he could be your MVP, or he could be an MVP candidate, but I see him more as an Offensive Player of the Year. That just because I don't see him as even the MVP of his own team. I think that he is truly a great player, or I think he's becoming a great player. We haven't seen too much greatness out of him these last couple of years, but in this stint with the Colts, he has really proved himself. But I'll get to my MVP in a little bit, but I just don't think that while Daniel Jones has had a great year, I just don't think he's even the MVP of his own team. Javen?
Jahmyr Gibbs. You know what I'm saying? One of the best running backs in the league so far. Oh, who's better than him? Besides Jonathan
Taylor? Josh Jacobs? Saquon Barkley?
Stop. Camera to me.
Come on, bro. You delusional. You're delusional, gang. You're delusional.
Bucky Irving?
Yeah.
David Montgomery?
Stop. I got Jahmyr Gibbs, Offensive Player of the Year also.
Y'all are disrespecting this man.
What about Devon
That man has the stats he has sharing snaps with another one of the best running backs in the league.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? We give that man the Lions offensive line, and he showed that when David Montgomery got injured. That man
Y'all are
was
delusional, for real.
Yeah, y'all really are.
What did I do?
Jameer Gibbs, Offensive Player of the Year. Stamp it.
He might even go for MVP.
Oh, wow.
He might. I mean, said that earlier in the year.
You did
When the Lions play
Y'all
the
can bring that
Packers
clip up.
again. When the
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Yep, Thanksgiving. Big Thanksgiving game.
Lions by
It's
100.
gonna be a great
Okay,
day.
yeah.
Lions by 100.
All right.
Jameer
I'm
Gibbs is going to run all over y'all.
Okay.
Tight.
Josh Jacobs ain't nothing,
Okay. All right.
even though he's a good person.
All right. Yeah, he is a good person. All right. Now, before we get to MVP, do want to do best and worst teams. So we'll start off with worst teams. Ethan, who's your worst team in the NFL?
Yeah, when thinking about this, I kind of put into perspective expectation. So I think for the expectation, the Miami Dolphins are by far the worst team. I think that the talent they have is too great for them to be that bad, and I think that they're not having a good year.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the Jets. I was really high on the Jets entering the season, especially after their almost win against the Steelers. That really flashy game week 1. I thought I thought New York with Aaron Glenn, that was going to be the perfect fit for him. He's looked okay. I don't think he's the problem in New York. But, yeah. Javen?
The worst team, in my opinion, is the Packers. I'm going to just throw that out there right now. You can hate me all you want, but the Packers is horrible.
Why?
They're horrible.
Tell me why.
You're getting saved by one player. That's Michael Parsons, gang. You have no defense behind him, folks. You admitted it earlier.
What about?
You said, hold on, wait a minute though.
Sean Gary.
Wait a minute though.
Michigan legend.
Wait a minute though.
Uh-huh.
You literally said before we started the show, you was like, sometimes we get saved by one person. That one person, you can't depend on that one person all the time, folks.
Sometimes we get saved by one person, but what I was saying earlier was sometimes it feels like on our defense the only like flashy guy we have is Micah Parsons. I don't think the Packers are the worst team in the league.
Packers are the worst team. In the discussion. Torian.
Because we have Micah Parsons.
Go ahead, Torian.
Yeah, appreciate that, Jeremo. I got the Tennessee Titans over here because they're looking really bad. You know, I was looking at the game this past weekend. They scored 20, and you think, oh, yeah, that's good, right? They didn't have a single offensive touchdown that entire game. And that's really sad. Like, as a team, as a organization, they're just bad all around. So I got the Titans.
Okay. All right. Next up, we have the best team in the NFL. Ethan?
You know, I wish I could tell you. I really do. I don't have one. I'm going to say right now I don't have one right now because everybody is defeating each other. It's such a close race. I mean, I can't, with good faith, say there's one team better than everybody else. So I'm going to have to say there's nobody. It's the best right now.
Yeah, I'm going to say Buffalo. Definitely not Detroit. Sure, Detroit, they're okay, but they're not the best team in the league. I'm just going to go with Buffalo.
Ain't nobody even talking about Detroit right now.
So, Buffalo. Well, I was just saying that because I knew you were going to say Detroit.
Okay.
But,
I wasn't,
I think on paper, like, we can't say mid-season and say the Chiefs because they have not looked great this first stretch. I think when we get down to the playoffs, they might be the best team in the league. Sure, their record's not great. They haven't looked amazing, but they are the Chiefs, and they'll put it together like Ethan said and go on a little playoff run, I'm sure. But I'm going to go with the Bills. I think they've just put it all together in the pass and the run game, and especially like on their defense, like Joey Bosa, he's done really good for them. So I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I would either the Buffalo Bills or the Lions, you know what I'm saying? But the Buffalo Bills is looking very good. Like, I seen someone on Instagram earlier talking about Joey Bosa is back. Like, he had a wonderful game. I think it was last week or the week before that. I can't remember. But, yeah, either the Bills or the Lions.
I agree with Javen, definitely. But I think we're missing one team. I think the Eagles are still, like, they can still be up there.
I'll be forgetting about them sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like they're not getting as much media as they were last year. But they're like the Chiefs last year. They're winning close games. You think they're going to lose, but they pull it out. And where did the Chiefs go last year? The Super Bowl. So it's like you can't just forget about them, definitely.
Yeah. I'm proud of you, Torin. You didn't say the Lions.
I wasn't going to, but
Okay.
you still me right
I'm
now,
sorry
so.
for predicting that. I was wrong, Torin.
Yeah, you were.
Then,
Wait till
last
we
but
get to
not
MVP.
least, the MVP, the most valuable player. Who do you have, Ethan?
At this moment, it's a tough race. I guess I got to say Mahomes. Like I know it's a basic pick, but like you take Mahomes off the Chiefs, they're not winning a game. He is that crucial. It's a lot like Lamar is. You saw what the Ravens did without Lamar. I'd hate to see what it would be like if Kansas City didn't have Mahomes. And I mean, he has the good, maybe not in Buffalo, but he's had good individual stats. And I think that, he is the best player in this league. As much as I hate to say it, I don't think that anyone is as valuable to their team as Patrick Mahomes is.
Okay. All right. I am going to go with Jonathan Taylor. I said earlier my offensive player of the year was Daniel Jones. I think you could probably flip those. I just think Jonathan Taylor, he has been the guiding light to the Colts being as good as they are. Their record is amazing right now. I'm sure they just came off of a loss, and I don't think Jonathan Taylor looked fantastic that game. But if we're going off the whole season up to this point, I'm definitely going to go Jonathan Taylor.
I got Mahomes or Josh Allen. Very good quarterbacks.
This one's for Matthew Chad Gordon. I got Lamar Jackson. I think they showed multiple times, you're like, what if this team didn't have them? What would they do? What if this? We've seen what the Ravens were doing without Lamar, and they were doing terrible. As soon as Lamar comes back, they're dropping 40. Like, we just got to take that into consideration, that most valuable player to a team is Lamar Jackson.
There you go. Yeah, Lamar this season and really his whole NFL career has proved that he is more than a running back. He did great in college, now he's doing great in the NFL, and I'm excited to see what Lamar does and really what all of our predictions see if any of them turn out to the actual NFL honors later in this year. But let us know your mid-season superlatives and awards down in the comments below. We'd love to see them. But as always, thank you guys so much for being here for another episode, and we cannot wait to see you on Friday.